Tiger's Eye. Okay, he can't race in that. I think he's ready for the Osaka Sprint or the Classic. Now, what races are these in real life? Let me get this figured out for you guys right quick. According to our good friend Arminio, if I'm saying, let me know if I'm saying your name right or wrong, please. I hate not being able to pronounce somebody's name correctly if I am mispronouncing it. I'm looking for it. I gotta look in Japan. Okay, I missed it. So the Osaka Kanto region. Every time I hear Kanto, I just think of Pokemon, right? I mean, who can't think of Kanto when you... Or who can't think of Pokemon when you hear Kanto? Okay, so the Osaka Sprint Classic. Oh, the JBC Sprint. And, oh, got it. Nice, nice, nice. I've actually watched those races. It's really entertaining horse races. Now, Tiger's Eye, where does he run? Oh, do we even know his distance yet? Hold on. 10 furlongs is his max. Look at the 87 speed already. 84 stay. Wowie wowies. Wowie wowies. Wowie wowies. That's pretty amazing so far. Now, he's probably going to be at his peak this year and as a 4-year-old. Good stat line. 7 races, 5 wins, 1 third place finish. Tiger's Eye, he's looking solid. Now, he doesn't have any abilities. Or he does, we haven't unlocked him. We're still figuring things out with him. Crazy. From Sedate Ruler out of Ant B. Sedate Ruler, man, he's the truth. He has been, for the most part. Not all the time. I know we've lost maybe 2 colts with him, but I think I'll run him in the Classic. Wait, actually, you know what? Let's be smart. Let's actually see what races we've won with him. For sure. So 7 furlongs, 9, 7, 8. We haven't tried 10. So I could try 10, 6. He has the speed to run 6, right? This is kind of tough, but I know he can run 10. I just don't know what his stamina will be for that. This is really tough. You know what? I'm going to go for the Osaka Classic. I feel like if we can manage that, that might be better for us. But he's probably better suited with the quicker races, or the shorter races. But yeah, we'll roll with that. So that's fine. All right. Wow. We'll probably do this race and maybe another one, or maybe this one. Just depends on what it is. If it's a grade 1, we'll finish here. It's a grade 2. Okay. Pale Fear. We have to finish last. I should be retiring Pale Fear, right? I mean, 7 years old. Yeah, Pale Fear is going to be done. I figure I'll make this his last race and then I'll retire him. What a hard... a hard working horse, but somebody left a comment saying that they thought... I can't remember who, so I apologize, but you said I should consider retiring Pale Fear, you know, just to use him for breeding, just to see what interesting foals we would get. And I'm kind of with that sentiment. Granted, I don't know who I would have him replace back there, since we only have limited, spots, but he's showed, I mean, out of all of our horses, he has showed to me the most heart. And statistically, he's not awful. To think that this is him essentially at the end of his racing career, 80 temper, so very mild-mannered, 83 feel. His heart and toughness are no higher than 60, but he races so much harder than that. He really does. Like, we always finish higher than what the betting public is projecting, or predicting, I should say. He has no abilities, of course, nothing special, but man, I feel like he is such, such a tough, gritty horse in regards to just finishing as strong as he can. I'm interested in retiring him for that, just to see what type of foals we could get. Again, if you're looking at this from an analytical perspective as far as his actual stats and abilities, yeah, it's not much except for those 2 ratings that are in the 80s, but I don't know, man. It's really interesting. I think it might be worth it just to kind of add a little bit of variant. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I think it would make things interesting just to see what type of foal we could get out of him. I don't think it'd be obviously anything spectacular unless we use him with our strongest mare. That could be interesting. Imagine getting a filly with his heart. I mean, I haven't had that. Pink Gemstone could be it, but I mean, we're still figuring things out with her. But with Pale Fear, imagine breeding him maybe with Aunt B. I don't know, because remember, Aunt B's temper sucks, right? So maybe we could balance that out. Maybe having Pale Fear breed with her could give us a foal that has the heart of Pale Fear, and kind of, you know, a more calmer demeanor, but still have the speed and the overall talent of Aunt B. Like, I'm very interested in that idea, because I promise you, initially I wasn't even considering it, but then when I saw that comment, I'm like, you know what, that does sound interesting. I'd be interested just to see, even if we only did it maybe for 1 or 2 seasons. Okay, we gotta get rolling now because we're way back here. Here we go. Here we go. No revolution. Let's see how he fights. This is all I want to do. Now, this is going to be a long 2 furlongs, so I hope he has enough to get through to the end. He lost a head-to-head. It's okay. Get back in it. Get back in it. It's so weird. He'll lose head-to-heads, but he'll still keep fighting, and then he gets his determination back. Look at him. Look at this horse. We were supposed to be in last place. Last place, man. Is that 7th? That's 8th. What? We have nothing to lose by breeding him for 1 or 2 seasons and just seeing what the foals could be. We really have nothing to lose. Look at that. Such a solid horse. He's so tough. He is such a tough horse. I appreciate that so much, man. It's such a joy. What heart he shows, what grit. Even if he does get temporarily discouraged, he gets right back into it, and you see we bounce back and we don't finish in last place. That's amazing. That is amazing. So Pale Fear, great. I mean, seriously, what a great, result and tough finish, considering we were supposed to be last. And we didn't have a chance. We were 105. We didn't have a chance. I mean, that would be 105 to 1 or whatever it is. Like, I mean, come on. You can't make that up. I think we do retire him for breeding. Now, again, we'll be ending the episode here, so let's go ahead and look back there at the pasture and see who we could possibly replace him with, because there's no other horses I would be replacing anytime soon, I don't think. So obviously, if we do it with him, we would do it soon. That way, come April of our 24th season in this game, which is insane, we could have him ready for that. Because I mean, he's raced too hard his whole career with us. We've had him, I think, since he was 3 or 4 or whatever, and he's raced so hard, despite him not being that great. He's kind of like a great, not even Great Bolero. Or am I thinking of Great Bolero? Granted, Great Bolero actually was our first horse to get Horse of the Year. I can't remember which horse I'm thinking of. Maybe before Great Bolero, but statistically the horse was average, but it fought so hard. And I think we ended up getting Great Bolero from that horse. I just can't remember his name. I should have it in my notes, but my notes are kind of a mess. So we're going to go to studs. Now, it's like, do you want to get rid of any of these horses? Not really. Arctic Crop, I'm considering. You know what I mean? I mean, I love Arctic Crop, but he's, how old is he now? Do they say? They only show the age for the mares? Really? Is that a thing? Only the mares. Not the studs. Why is that? I mean, I get it. The mares are the one that have to give birth, but, like, I still think it'd be interesting to know the age of the studs, right? Yeah, 8-year-old mare for Aunt B, and Suave Buster's only 7. So these two gals will stay around for a while. Pink Gemstone hopefully will be here. Maybe, when it's her time. So for next season, foals are going to be born, I should say. Aunt B and Today Ruler should be another great one. Suave Buster and Arctic Crop, that should be interesting. But yeah, I'm kind of at the notion that I should retire Arctic Crop away from breeding duties, I guess I should say, and put Pale Fear in there. At this point, I'd be interested in even doing that right now, to be honest with you, because nobody's breeding with Arctic Crop, right? So we can totally... he was a great horse. He was fun, but she's already conceived. I wonder. See, I don't want to mess up a potential breeding, but if the condition is conceived, obviously that means she's already pregnant, and you can tell by her belly, which I love that feature in this game. So, if I remove Arctic Crop, will it remove that? It shouldn't, right? She should already be fine. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to release Arctic Crop because we can only have 4 at this time. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to go ahead and delete them. And it shouldn't affect Suave Buster. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, okay. She's already conceived. I just want to make sure. Sometimes games don't take the realness of things into consideration. And one thing I wish, you guys can see how on this screen, you can see horses out in the pasture. And you guys probably can't see it through this video, but they're actually, the little parts of them, their tail, their head is actually moving. I wish you could see that when we click on them, like see the foal next to the mother, but we can't. You just see the foal. Honest Pegasus from Western Tiger and Aunt B. Wow. He's going to be great. Clear Pluto from Sedate Ruler and Suave Buster. I think she's going to be a strong filly. Maybe not the strongest, but she could. We never really know, but those are our 1-year-olds. And we have so many horses. Crackle Thunder, cannot wait to see what he's going to be able to do from Desert Diver and out of Aunt B. Arctic Crop's last, well, it won't be his last line actually, but this is Free Aquarius, another filly, beautiful looking, from Arctic Crop out of Night Breeze. She'll probably be average, but we'll know. I mean, we don't know. And Rule Breaker, Western Tiger and Suave Buster. So actually what we're going to do, because you guys have suggested names, let me do a name from, let me see. You have a lot of names. So this is a colt. Western Tiger and Flying Cowboy. Whoever's name that is, which I don't have it associated with anybody directly. I just have filly and colt. So whoever came up with the name Flying Cowboy, this is going to be that horse. I think this is perfect. And especially considering his parents. Well, Suave Buster, she was average, but still, Western Tiger was an absolute monster. So Flying Cowboy is going to be his name. And I'm interested, as always, to see what his potential is going to be once he is able to make his debut. I didn't realize where we were now at that point in this playthrough where we have so many foals. It can be overwhelming sometimes. Cowboy, what on earth am I? Okay, Cowboy. But yeah, it's really crazy how many foals we now have. Like every season, it's like we have 4 and 5. It's just like, wow. Granted, I've lost pretty much all of my fillies up until this point, so it is what it is. Interesting though, all these horses are the same. All these foals are the same. But Crackle Thunder is the only one that doesn't have a 2-star rating for Calm. Both of these foals do. The filly Free Aquarius, she's 2-starred out. And Flying Cowboy is also 2-starred out. But Crackle Thunder, considering from Desert Diver and out of Aunt B, are they telling me that Western Tiger is that much of a beast? I think they are. So I need to put that in my notes. A Desert Diver may be the next stud I would eventually retire if I needed more space. Because Pale Fear, I feel like he's earned it. I don't expect him to win any more races. I don't think he can. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and actually retire him and send him there. What am I doing? I will be changing my uniform after this season. I feel like I've had these silks for a couple of years. So let's go to schedule. And let's go to Pale Fear. They want him in a grade 2, which, when is that grade 2 even happening? At the end of the year? You know what? I feel like he's earned it. I feel like he's earned the time to retire. 37 races. That's a lot. 5 wins, 2 places. 5 shows, no graded wins, I don't think, but what a horse. What a horse. So much heart. I want to see what type of foals we could get. I'm not aiming, I would doubt it'd be anything spectacular of a G1 performance, but still just to see what we could get. Just to make things fun and entertaining. We're going to go ahead and retire him because he's deserved it. 7-year-old Pale Fear, welcome to the stud club, my friend. Honestly, it's been so fun racing with him, you know? You love to win in this game, and you love to dominate, but you also love to have those horses that just race well for you all the time. No matter what the odds are, they will always perform better than that. And I don't think any horse we've had has really done that better than Pale Fear. Not that I can remember. You know, even in year 24 in this game, or approaching year 24. I really can't recall. So we're going to go ahead and check him out in the stud farm, and then that will officially end the video, because I do want to see, I saw his ratings were like B and C or something. I just wanted to get more clarification on that. So studs, so yeah, so eval is B, classification C. So temper and feel are both S, speed, braking, and staying are A. That's not bad, right? Because there's only S and then double S after A. So A rankings for that, and like I said, if we breed him with our best broodmare, we could still get a solid foal. You know what I mean? A solid foal that's still going to be relatively tough with some heart, hopefully. And yeah, we could still get something special. Like I said, I'm not expecting horse of the year But we can still get a very special horse. Another horse like Pale Fear, even better. Our foal could realistically be like Pale Fear, but just much better because of the mother. You know what I mean? And I think that could be interesting for more lines in the future. So if anybody hasn't watched me play this game and they're like, why would you retire Arctic Crop? I play the game differently. That's why, you know, and I like trying different things out. You know, I can't do the same thing, even if, you know, whatever. It can get stagnant, especially when it comes to playing a video game. I like to win, but I also like to try things out, especially in a game like Gallop Racer. I think part of the fun is trying out different breeding pairs. Yes, you want great horses, but you also want to get, you know, interesting foals with different abilities and different attributes and whatever the case. You know, the experimentation is very, very, you know, enjoyable in this game. Suave Buster, look at her, big belly, cannot wait. So, her temper is double S, and her feel is S. Her heart is B. She might be her speed is S, she might be a really solid fit for Pale Fear come next season, which means his foal technically wouldn't be born until the 2025 season, or year 25 in this game. Here's Aunt B. Now, obviously, Aunt B is definitely Aunt B is Eval A classification C. Suave Buster, Eval A classification C. Why don't I remember Suave Buster being that great? Granted, I don't think we raced with her that long, right? I just keep remembering Aunt B. Big belly for her as well. Heart is A. Her speed and staying are both double S. Ooh. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you guys decide. Comment section below, if you're still watching, which mare should I breed Pale Fear with? Well, you guys know what I mean. Which one should he breed with? Or can't speak. You guys know what I mean. Is it going to be Aunt B or is it going to be Suave Buster? Who is going to be the match? Because they both technically eval and classification are the same. I just keep remembering Aunt B being better, but Suave Buster is not bad. She's really not. I think visually, it'd be cool to see what type of foal we would get from Suave Buster and Pale Fear with their contrasts. But, I don't know. Growth Spurt is fast for Aunt B. I'm kind of leaning towards Suave Buster, personally. Granted, if we're talking about toughness and heart, Aunt B is better. A and C compared to B and D. Feel is better for Suave. I don't feel like her worst rating is toughness, and, you know, I think that's doable. I mean, that's something we can work with. With Aunt B, though, her temper E. So, yes, we could get a horse with her speed and balance that horse out, but her feel is D, and her toughness is only C. I'm personally leaning more towards Suave Buster, but if you guys think Aunt B would be better, then I'll go ahead and do that. So comment section below, Aunt B or Suave Buster with Pale Fear for next breeding season in April, in the 24th year of this game, and then we'll go from there. Appreciate you guys' love and support on the channel. As always, until next time, it's Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you all have a great and fantastic day. See ya, and goodbye. That does it for today's episode. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.